So you're scared of failure, whether it's because you are scared of being judged, or you think it's gonna financially put you in ruin, or whatever it might be. You clearly haven't actually failed before. Because from my experience and from quite a lot of other people's experiences, it's not nearly as bad as what you think. Now, I've failed a handful of times. I'm not saying I've failed hundreds of times. I'm still new at this, but I've failed enough to know what it actually feels like. And yeah, it's not great. Of course, everyone wants to win. That's the whole point of this game we play. But people seem to over appreciate how much it's gonna suck. And you hear of stories of massive businesses losing hundreds of millions of dollars because something failed or they went bankrupt, and they think that that's going to happen to them and they're going to just die, when in reality it literally just costs you nothing. It costs you literally nothing, because investing in, say for example, who knows, you might start a business, you might do drop shipping. We'll say drop shipping for example, because that's something I failed at. And so what do you do when you drop shipping? You go search for a product, and you have to set up a sales page and a funnel, and try and market that product in a way that people are going to buy it. And chances are, if you've never done drop shipping before, the product you first choose is going to be shit, and your first sales page and your funnel is going to be terrible, and you're probably going to make shit ads or advertise it poorly anyway. That's just how it is when you learn something new, and you're going to fuck up. But you do it again and again and again, and you eventually get good enough at it that people start, you pick the right products, and your conversion rate is good enough to make sales, and you're getting traffic on your page because your marketing's good. And it seems like people just expect to be incredible at something straight away. You've got to instantly cut out that barrier of expectation and let your ego take a hit for 1 second, and just understand that you're going to be shit at whatever you do. It's going to fucking suck. Go all the way back to my first YouTube video. Fuck me, it was terrible. It was fucking horrendous. My first few videos were shithouse. And you can't expect anything different. I don't understand the whole expectation that you're going to make Mr. Beast level YouTube videos when you've never done it before and you've got no idea what you're doing. It's just not possible to compete. But in saying that, you've got to go out there and fail to learn, to figure out, right, that product isn't good. Why is that not a good product? Well, people don't actually care about a fucking little spray thing that you can wipe your screen on. I know you've seen that one product before. And so you've got to find, we'll go back to this dropshipping example, you've got to find something that piques interest and that has potential to sell. Like, you can't just go out and instantly find the right product, so you don't know what you're looking for. You can watch as many dropshipping YouTube videos as you want, but without actually going out and figuring out for yourself, you're always going to continue to pick shit products. And so if you're scared of failure, you're never going to actually try, and you're just always going to be shit. So rather than, because most of the time, people who are scared of failure are not scared of failure. They're scared of having to take that ego hit and become the dumb kid in the room and start from the very bottom and build their way up and learn something. And that's what they're not willing to accept. That ego hit, and having to actually understand that they're not as good or as special or as important as what they think they are. And you have to completely clear that of yourself before you can actually learn something valuable and build yourself up. So if you are sitting there thinking, oh, I don't want to start a YouTube channel because my first videos are going to be shit and it's going to be bad. Yeah. That's the point. The point is they're bad. You start down and you got to build your way up. It's not linear. It's, but it's not about being bad, because everyone's bad. Everyone was at one point shit at what they do, but they stuck with it and they got better and they kept going even though it sucked, even though they hated it. They just didn't give up as soon as it didn't work. And if it didn't, if something went wrong, people's businesses fail all the time. They didn't let that get them down. You just go again, whether it's a different business. Drop shipping didn't work for me, so be it. Now I'm making YouTube videos. And it's about understanding that there's a lesson that comes out of every failure, regardless of what it may be. And to be able to find that lesson and take that into your next journey. Alex Hormozi said that, he had 9 failed businesses before his first one actually was successful. Now, have you failed at 9 businesses? Have you made 9 startup businesses and had them all fail before one works? Probably not. You probably don't even have one. And that's my point. How can you have the experience required to build a successful business if you've never even tried, let alone failed and failed and failed so many times that eventually you strike a winning combo? You pull say in a business, you've got a product or a style of product that works really well, but you had shit marketing and you set the business up and it was just poorly run. Right, so you got that idea, that product that worked. So you go and take that and improve the marketing in the next business, but you still run it poorly. And then the next business, you improve that area, and see how it just takes little steps, step, in order to build something that is complete enough to make you successful. Because people don't just sit down, and yeah, of course, there is people who do just sit down and strike gold straight away. But the amount of people who actually do that, 0.00001% of people. So you can't use those as an example. They're just an unrealistic example. And hey, if you do start and it does happen, fucking awesome. You've beaten the worst part of becoming successful without even realizing it. But chances are that's not going to happen. And you have to learn to accept that and embrace it and become a student of the game. Become be the dumbest person in the room and learn as much as you can and get as good as you can at something. And I can confidently say that you will become successful. If you're still here at the end of the video, I love you, and remember, life is what you make it.